Trump says it's not easy for U.S. to give Tomahawk missiles to Zelensky in the Ukraine. So it's not very easy to shoot Hellfire missiles at UFOs there, is it there, Mr. Trump? Anyway, the headlines. Let's turn it down so we don't disturb the daisy. It's just she's running amok. She's muck running. Are you muck running? She's muck running. You have a mission to fulfill, and anyone who falls behind is left. Great. So who has a mission to fulfill? Who's on their mission? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. If you believe in telekinesis, raise my hand. Damn, you're good. You're good at that. Simple enough. While everyone thinks reality is normal, here we are. Shit, that's a pretty cool. That's a pretty cool picture. It certainly has reality the way it looks for real, doesn't it? You break on through to the other side. People are about to reach their breaking point. They will. The couple began spending time in my yard. I've created a monster. That would be, what are those little, those are giant cats. Like jaguars or something. Anyway, does anyone know what's going on with The Rock and his muscles? Does anyone care? Does anyone care what's going on with The Rock? So now, yeah, I mean, the last time I saw The Rock, he was trying to raise funds with INFJ Oprah. INFJ Oprah Winfrey is simple enough. However, I've turned all the tarot readers into Whoopi Goldberg from Ghost since then, and thrown all the diabolical babies mamas into the El Diablo category. This strategic move has karmic people thinking your mind is a we. Oh, well, I mean, yeah, because I mean, if you were to listen to 21 Pilots, which breaks down into a 3 and was a message that we got out of Symes, you will never know the red rummer sitting next to you. You will never know the psychopath sitting next to you. And yes, we don't make any said moves because we have brains like hand grenades. So simple enough. It's a divine setup for a reason. The Creator set all of us up. Just because you didn't develop your abilities, that has nothing to do. Reverse witchcraft attacks on hair, feet, and stomach. Divine restoration. They are hopelessly attempting to keep secret what they did. Free. Coffin and distant horizon. This death is the only way you wit. Taylor Swift shocked after seeing pregnancy. Elite powerlifter pretended to be a cleaner. Is it? Elite powerlifter pretended to be a janitor. It says cleaner, but it's a janitor. He looks like a janitor. Sweet, and I can't sweep him off the floors of your dreams, weaving them together the way I am. If you're not even fucking in them, it's very hard to be a dream weaver if you're not even in the dreams that I'm weaving. Dream weaver, I believe you can get me through the night. And it's, I mean, when I hear all of this, and that was yesterday. Let's go back to the headlines from yesterday. The headlines from yesterday were very interesting, and those were the ones I was most interested in. And yes, thank you. The title is, which title is poetry? Let me know. Don't be sorry for the PW voice. I won't. I won't be sorry for the PW voice. It's just what it is. What we need to be sorry for is all these magicians in backdoor rooms playing with their wands. They're playing with each other. There's a bunch of guys in a back room playing with their wands, harvesting Kundalini energy off of an earth angel. Now, and see, that's the thing. When you break spiritual laws like that, crossing divine boundaries, chances are, they tell you, don't scream grape. Don't scream grape in your mouth, because nobody cares. No. The ladies are supposed to scream fire. But see, when you come into union with God screams shit like fire and brimstone. And then people start to care. They come running. They want to see. They do. They want to come. When you scream fire and brimstone, people come running. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. That's what they teach you. That's what they teach you in these classes. They teach you don't scream grape. No one cares. They'll let you. No one wants to get involved. No, but everyone wants to get involved in fire and brimstone. Everybody wants to get involved in fire and brimstone. They keep their eyes on you and very enamored, and it's just what it is. And that's the thing. I mean, with fire and brimstone on its way, because you got to keep in mind the Rainbow Covenant from Atlantis. That's not to flood your ass again. That's not to drown humans. You got to read the fine print. While they're making deals with the devil, they made deals with God too. The fine print says nothing about fire. It says, and with fire angels and with solar fire angels on the planet, chances are, now if you were to look in the Islamic tradition about Adam coming down with a group of angels and surrounding them all with fire, because Allah knew his intentions. He wanted to be the big chief, and he told he would come from the left of them, come from the right of them. He'd come in front, he'd come behind, and he would take them all down to hellfire with him. And because he knew his intentions, and it was to curb the violence of the jinn. So if that was the intentions, however, Adam couldn't bow to the angels. It's just I'm over the angels. I have ascended to the point to where I'm beside God. I'm above the angels, and then had to reincarnate a whole bunch of times. Got extra time, made a deal. It's just what it is. Made a deal with God, and those are always better than the devil. Those involve reincarnation. So that's what it is. It's simple enough. Anyway, that was the whole point of the story. Is once you surrounded all of the sons of Adam with, because they say the first is always the last. So once you surround all of the sons of Adam with hellfire and take them all down to hellfire with you, chances are, most people would be grateful. They would, and then, the only people that would oppose you would be the righteous. And it's what it is. I'm not much about rebelling against God or the devil. But when you tell me to make a choice and I choose Kundalini fire, because Kundalini fire is just so healing. But we live on a planet to where they prefer volcanoes. They prefer God's wrath. They do. They just prefer God's wrath. Storms and volcanoes and earthquakes and things of that nature, because they just can't go along with the plan. They can't go along with the healing plan. No. They go away with the God's wrath and destruction plan, which we kind of knew they would. Anyway, and then, you got all these, people summoning jinn and opening doors that they just really shouldn't open. And I mean, even though Lo has the key, I'm not closing shit. It's just no one's asked me to do anything except read the headlines. This is what it is. And thank you. I know that was the best news that you've had. This is what happened last week. Big D. Medvisa Supreme. If you have a mission to FU, it's what it says. It says if you have a mission to FU. See? Right there, it just says if you have a mission to, let's see what the rest of that says, because you have a mission to FU. What does that really say? Oh, you have a mission to fulfill. Well, they cut the L fill off, and it just said you have a mission to FU. And anyone who falls behind is left behind. A difficult truth for them, and it will be. It will be a difficult truth for them. However, it is. Oh, look, and we found another INFJ male. Amazing. And he laughed at me. You know what? When you find another INFJ male out in the wild, it's kind of like the old Christmas. It's like the old Christmas commercial where Santa Claus walks in on the talking M&M, and they're both shocked. They're like, "Holy shit, you do exist! Holy shit, you do exist!" And it is. And I appreciate this INFJ male laughing at me. There's only one thing. I mean, he's dipped in his emotions. He is. When I watched a couple of his videos, and he's truly a very, very sensitive individual. It's what it is. And I've been there. However, when you wrap yourself in a ball of light, you really just don't. You have a mission. You have a mission to FU. It's just what it is. You have a mission to FU, and if you're wrapped in a ball of light, you can fulfill your mission, and scream FU with two birds up in the air, because you're the real Slim Shady at that point. Simple enough. It is simple enough, and it's what it is. I mean, you got to think. The readers have already pulled out the information of the secrets of the rider, and that's Kundalini fire. Okay, well, I mean, that's like, okay, so if we're triggering, this is what happened last week. I just read that. Why is that coming in? Why is that coming in right now? when 6 minutes ago it was on this phone. See, that's that illegal surveillance again, because I just read that. This is what happened last week, and it's notifications. That would go along with what she said this morning. Pisces, they're trying to block your telepathic communication. They're trying to block our intuition by distracting us, because that's what they think. They think that, if they distract us, we'll forget what we were talking about and lose our connection with the divine, because they're just trigger demons. It is a sweet dream, or a beautiful nightmare. It's a sweet dream or a beautiful nightmare. The truth is worse than the lies. That's true. The truth is worse than the lies. It's just what it is. And I mean, it's like I said, the truth is worse than the lies, because when you scream grape, when you scream grape out of your mouth, you grape, and no one comes running, because no one cares, even though you've got readers across the planet talking about them harvesting Kundalini schmexual creative energy off of an earth angel, which I think is kind of hot, but it's omnipotent and omnipresent and available everywhere. The problem that we run into is when I call that shit back with my normal meditation. That's my energy. And I mean, just because they have harvested it off of me doesn't mean, it's omnipotent, omnipresent, available everywhere. I always have access to my attunement to Kundalini creative life force energy. It's when I call it back in this waterfall, because you had a lot of people got involved, and whatever they manifested with that. And you girls are talking about a power grab. And it's me grabbing my own fucking power back, because they've affected my normal meditation. And that's what it is. I mean, Emily Fletcher with Mind Valley, I have to listen to the teacher. She told me that my meditations are non-negotiable. And if I find something that I truly like calling back what belongs to me and returning to others what belongs to them, it's just what it is. I mean, even though they're doing these rituals because they don't want that truth to come out, and they're sending this negative energy, that shit has to go back somewhere. It bounces off of me. I'm strengthening up my INFJ shield, my Pleiadian Master's Light Merkaba, whatever you want to call it. Energy's energy. It doesn't give a shit what you call it. It's positive or negative. It's jumper cables. Jumper cables make the light come on. So, balancing the yin-yang energy like jumper cables, and people not being able to understand that. They don't know how jumper cables work. How many times can you jump my car? I don't know how to jump this car. I can't change this flat. I can't charge the battery. I just can't. I can't do it. I don't know how these magnets work, and I've never jumped a car before. But if I knew how to jump a car and I understood how magnets worked, I could turn my light on like magic. It would just be so magical. Oh, I'm so jealous of that person. They know how to charge a battery. They know how to generate their own energy and charge a battery, and change their own flat tire. Oh, simple though. And that she just said that shit earlier. She said these people were mad because the Earth Angel got an SUV. You got to keep in mind there were 3 of us. They did spell work on 3 of us. 3 of us had very, very paranormal situations with our vehicles. Simple enough. And Tesla had that. That was the same week that Tesla had the Tesla disaster in Las Vegas. These people are doing energy manipulation and causing all kinds of chaos. It's chaos magic. Simple enough. They profit off of that shit. Okay, great. Well, it affects the intuitives. We can spot it. And when you've got a remote viewer in the UK that got the same deal, and then here comes this fucker. Haley crashes out in court. So why would I be getting court notifications while I'm sitting here? It's just what it is. Why would I be getting it? It's what it is. You don't get these notifications until we're filming. None of that shit comes in until we're filming. And now you just had a reader this morning talking about how they're trying to block your telepathic communication with others by interrupting you, hoping that when that comes in that they'll be able to, he'll be afraid of court. Welcome to spiritual court, and we're returning that energy to you tenfold. Simple enough. You use fear tactics, you get fear energy return multiplied. You use the threat of physical 3D fucking peon court, you get spiritual court returned to you tenfold. You've got readers talking about all these people. Well, you can scream grape as an earth angel, but you don't have any physical evidence. All right, Your Honor, your 3D honor, tell it to the judge. What kind of physical evidence are you going to have with all these people? What kind of evidence is that? When it could have all been prevented if money hadn't gotten in the way. Oh, we got to have that almighty dollar. We trust in that. We don't trust in the connection to God. No. We trust in that dollar that has no intrinsic value, because we do like to take your children to an island and poke fun at them. It's just what it is. We like to go to your Eastine Island and poke fun with your children. And it's just what it is. They don't want you knowing that. Let's do a Destiny Oracle read, shall we? Let's take that shit to court. Yeah, quit worrying about anything the intuitive healers are doing and focus on the problem. Focus on the head of the snake instead of the fucking grass that's growing. You got the fucking hippies growing in the grass, and you've got all these snakes figuring out how to eat grass. Snakes eat mice. Go eat the mice. She said the angels were going to play cat and mouse with these people until they decided to pounce. And as soon as she said it, I thought, well, I mean, that's fun. That's God forced mirror karma, because I did that shit for years until I figured out my guides aren't mice. I think that's pretty funny. There too, again, I'm that Leo that you think's cowardly until I'm chasing the shit that scares the fuck out of you. Simple enough. That's why you got readers like Pisces. These people are going to need your help. I'm like, no, they aren't. My light completely disintegrates. It's destroying their lives. And I'm like, freaking, just because the master says mountain move doesn't mean he does it. God is all that is. Angels, archangels, ascended masters, the divine white light. Has to be a clear and infinite channel for your wisdom this time, for myself as well as those I do readings for. Namaste. I mean, for real, they're used to teachers that give them the answers to the test. No. These individuals will be going through karmic lessons. Simple enough. They have all the time in the world. I guess. Hell, I don't know. Simple enough. Thank you, Spirit. You cannot expect someone to do something that you're not willing to do yourself. And when these readers tell you that an earth angel finished a fucking karmic cycle slaying demons and shit, okay, do you tell me what that means? Thank you, Spirit. And now their cycle is just starting? Okay. You tell me what that means. Patience is needed. Patience is most definitely needed. Simple enough. Thank you, Spirit. That's what it is. I mean, when I heard Susan's tarot talking about the fucking rules to gremlins, I knew right then nobody activated their astral sight. Reiki for astral sight exercises, that's 6 months of development minimum. That means if they got started right now, this very moment, it would take them 6 months to be able to see the entity that they fucking conjured. They're playing with things that they have no idea about. And now they can't see it. Fucking Susan gave the example of gremlins. Well, yeah, you're talking about grim jinn. You're talking about jinn reapers. Thank you, Spirit. These people were playing with energies because they thought it sounded like a good idea at the time. So did the dude that came home with Gizmo. He thought that shit sounded great as a pet. And then he takes it to the school where Mr. Stupid, that we have to get out of the way. The logical part of the mind for a quantum healing hypnosis technique. That would be the teacher from Gremlins. He takes Gizmo to the teacher. The teacher logically thought this would be a good idea. And then Mr. Stupid got in the way and caused the whole problem. He logically tried this, went against the rules, just wanted to see. You got to keep in mind, Gremlins, the whole problem started from the public school teacher. The fucking tornado and Gremlins was started by the teacher. He was the first one they took out. Thank you, Spirit. It's simple enough. The problem is the first one you take out. There's no difference in this situation. Thank you, Spirit. That's what it is. And you gotta think, it reverts back to Christy Marie Sheldon. The sensation, once you connect to Spirit, it causes a feeling of bliss. That's happiness. Doesn't matter if fire and brimstone's falling from the sky. Doesn't matter. We're connected. You're connected to God. He will pick you up and move you over. So when that fire rock hits you, you scoot over. Listen to your intuition. Get out of the way. Simple enough. Now you got readers talking about people are getting left behind. Hell yeah, you're getting left behind for the meteor to hit you in the head. Maybe then it'll knock some sense into you. Thank you, Spirit. That's what it is. We tried to tell them for a fucking year. And now everything that we said a year ago, what's the positive lesson in that? We already told you. That means you're a year behind. Thank you, Spirit. They spent a year trying to stop the prophecy and didn't realize that they were fulfilling it. Simple enough. It's divine judgment for a reason. They were being judged the whole time. Thank you, Spirit. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? A little too ironic. It's like rain on a rainy day. Simple enough. That's why I love it. When someone tries to bring my past. I've been sober for years. I can match the sensation of any substance I've ever done on this planet, and probably some fucking others tapping into bliss. Holy shit. Sweet. Fire and brimstone, volcanoes. Blah! Fucking glad I'm protected. Thank you, God. Thank you for the gratitude that we show to our connection. Was the focus for these destiny swappers. Did you see the whoop-de-doo? I don't even have to ask. I know what it did. The unicorn gateway. I hear they were focused on an INFJ unicorn. I incarnated on Earth. They gave me this INFJ nutrition fact shirt. No one ever read the nutrition facts. It's just when now they're all eating shit out of the golden child's bowl because they didn't read the nutrition facts. When something says 90% paranormal, you want to stay the fuck. You want to be careful. You want to be careful of those paranormal doors you open that we have the keys to. It's simple enough. Security, spiritual security. That's what it is. I hear they don't like Pisces spiritual protection. Okay, great. Where is that Pisces? Because I want to not like your spiritual protection, Pisces. That's what it is. I hear they're trying to take that shit. I don't want your spiritual protection. I want to bump spirit. I want to play inflatable sumo wrestler with you. Run with my bubble and bounce off. Something went out. That's what it is. Anyway. Yeah, fucking adventures are upside down. These people's adventures have been flipped upside down. There's nothing they can do about that. That's what it is. If you know that happiness haters are destroying your planet, be happier. You're the one letting them destroy your planet. Simple enough. And if you can't identify a fucking happiness hater, then something's wrong. Are you blind? Happiness haters are destroying the planet. Those who are jealous are doing everything to get people wrapped up in karma. Okay, cool. That's trigger demons taking people to hell. Imagine that. And now they're all fighting in the background. Now there's the gnashing of teeth and, oh, God, what have we done? Good question. Over money. Their abundance is flipped upside down. I can't do anything about that. Simple enough. Focus on the unicorn gateway. Focus on yourself. Unicorn. Universe. One song. Unicorn. One seed. Star seeds. That's what it is. Security on that situation. Being aware that the adventures in Wonderland have now taken a very dark turn. So the abundance that comes from that, that's about the point where the Mad Hatter pops off with the Queen of Hearts. Off with their heads. Simple enough. Success has been achieved. Look at that. Simple enough. if we're focusing on the unicorn gateway of getting through on your path, I just read that shit. Everything in the cards today is talking about you're on a mission. People that are left behind can't keep up with the unicorn. Okay, great. Where are these unicorns? Sweetie, that's beyond Pisces winning by a nose. That's Pisces clearing the way with a horn. Simple enough. Security in the situation? Okay, great. You are divinely protected by Archangel Michael. Cool. I'm looking for those people, not the people that think they are, the ones who have done the angelic Reiki attunements and know they are, the ones working with the angels. There's a huge difference between saying, I'm protected by the angels, and then bringing you gifts and shit. How does he keep doing that? Well, the angels just kind of help him out. Simple enough. And that is y'all's birthright. Every QHHT practitioner knows. Tell the angels what you want, and then sit back and watch the magic happen. And then people can't believe it. What are these QHHT practitioners doing? We're telling the angels what we want, and then we're sitting back and watching the magic happen. That way we don't have to worry about any problems, harvesting energy, doing dark magic, any of that shit. We just tell it's ask and receive. Does it take longer? Absolutely. These fucks want instant gratification. Simple enough. Simple enough. What is the security from the past being supported by? Yeah, time to stand still. That's what it is. We have to focus on healing. Sweetie, you can't have that much energy in the cards of trying to sacrifice the Earth Angel, doing everything they could, and they did too much. And now that energy is going back on them and all involved. That is the difference between sacrifice the Earth Angel with no physical evidence so we don't leave a trace, and oh my God, look at all these fucking people laying around. That's the difference in that. That's what it is. Shit is not simple. Spirit says they have gone way too far. That's what it is. This isn't light as a feather, stiff as a board witchcraft that these people are playing with. Simple enough. All over money that they didn't get anyway. Now you have broke people scared and stupid. Simple enough with no inner peace. Imagine that. Broke people scared and stupid with no inner peace. What is that the makings of? What does that look like? If you take a whole bunch of people that are half-wit stupid, completely ignorant, broke, hungry, and didn't get what they set out to do with evil intentions, now what do you have running around on the planet? In gangs, hives, herds, gaggles. Spirits taking delight in that shit. That's what it is. I'm telling you, that djinn that they summoned, that fragments, that is, if we're doing soul fragmentation retrieval, then you're telling me the polar opposite of that is a dark entity that can spawn like gremlins. Enough said. 3 ways that djinn enters the body: heightened states of rage, heightened states of fear, and when you're in your passion. Simple enough. The people that these readers are being able to call out are individuals that I could not work with. She's called out fucking 3 of them so far. Okay, great. So you have a Reiki business that deals in Reiki for entity removal. They don't want the service. Simple enough. Simple enough. Okay, great. So you refuse to work with these people, and now you got a bunch of fucking possessed gremlins out there slandering the business. Oh, they're doing everything they can to keep you from finding out that they're fucking possessed. Okay? It's called Reiki for entity removal for a reason. They can go to any Reiki master and get that shit removed. Did they, or did they fucking do everything they could to hide that fact? You can't have these readers picking up the energies that I've dealt with over Reiki for entity removal. They didn't want it removed. Fucking simple enough. Now you got fucking, these people are possessed. You fucking think? I already told them that. That's why they're running around causing fucking problems. See if I can do. I think it's funny. Well, I did reject them. Rejection's God's protection. Okay, great. How many people did they get wrapped up? And they're all like, oh, God. It's what it is. Simple enough. They're not going to affect my inner peace because they can't fucking make a decision to get an entity removed. Reiki is like a blood transfusion for your energy. If you go into the Ascension Glossary, it will tell you about the 7 houses of ego, that they have edged God out, the light. Let's call God the light. They've edged the light out and absorbed nothing but negativity and darkness. You're talking about people in my community, they value somebody from how fucking big their sack is, not how big their cojones are, how big their sack is. This is value to those people. How much of that can I put in my pipe and smoke? Simple enough. And worried about somebody that starts an intuitive healing business. That's what it is. There's always Reiki for addiction. It's on YouTube. It's a free fucking service. No. They fight for the limitation and the problem instead of the solution. Simple enough. Right? And want to use your past against you because you found a way out and they're still stuck climbing the mountain. Anyway, no, have a beautiful Friday. Go out, enjoy your weekend. Fucking find something safe to do. That's what it is. You got to think all of this shit, and you've got tarot readers all across the planet that are being able to pick up light. They're great. So I'm looking for those lights because those lights are exposing people who will do anything for another fix. That's exactly who these people got all these people involved. Well, hell yeah, they needed another hit. He said, do I think that's funny? What are we going to do when destiny swap and karma becomes the physical evidence of what she just said? All these people, oh my God, she's looking at her table going, all these people got involved with sacrifice an earth angel energy over somebody's voodoo belief. That's the opposition of my Reiki teddy bear. If you can do surrogate Reiki teddy bear sessions, you can use a voodoo doll. If I can do surrogate QHHT sessions by Dolores Cannon's method and in her teachings, then fucking these people can be possessed by a fucking supernatural entity. Simple enough. It's not that hard to figure out. And what is the problem? They open doors that are forbidden. Dolores Cannon has told you for years about backdrop people or NPCs, people who are just projections of energy. Helen Blasky told you about that. The dark side fucking told you about that. So not only do you have the dark side telling you that, you have Dolores Cannon of the light with the light workers telling you the same thing. Great. And then you've got one Fruit Loop in the middle who has summoned a djinn. And then I go and do the research, spiritual body jumping djinn and backdrop people. AI gave it all to me, just gave it all away. That's what it is. I'm telling you, fucking, you can go to YouTube and you can watch hours of Karen videos. You can see how Karen reacts under fucking normal, not so normal situations. Karen always causes a problem. The first time Karen sees a set of eyes turn black from someone possessed, you're going to have a problem. You're going to have a problem that you're not going to be, oh my God, that motherfucker's not real, on a supernatural level. You've got fucking readers talking about they're watching the Earth Angel change and shift before their eyes. I had a client see me spiritually shapeshift. She thought it was amazing. I got a 5-star review. I'm very happy with that. Simple enough. What is the dark side of that? That motherfucker's not real. Simple enough. You've got shit. If I mirror shapeshifters on an energetic level as an angelic Reiki, whatever you want to call it. It's called spiritual shapeshifting for a reason. Simple enough. which is an empathic ability to mirror others. Okay, great. These people have fucking dark souls. What is that going in Pisces? They can't be in your energy. No shit. I mirror back to them their dark soul. They don't like that. Oh, no. The fuck out of here. Have a beautiful Friday. Namaste.